Okay, for the template, we're still using the .NET Framework one. Make sure that you use this one. Even with your project, I know we're using this one because all of us were using this in class, man. But if you use the second one, which is the WPF application, it doesn't have the .NET Framework there, you will have to download stuff like you don't find them there. So please, since you're a beginner, since you're starting with this, use this one. Use this one so things will be easy for you. There's some things that you don't need to stress about. And then we just say NLP underscore example. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. Say demo. Yeah, example. Hmm. Today we are saying it didn't take time to show. Okay, first thing first, we know we have to put what our comments here. As I said, don't decorate the comments, man. Most of you make mistakes here on the comments. So this is what start off the parent grade. And then grade. So we're just gonna have like one child grade, né? Which will be for the term. So just check if the AI is getting trained. So this one, it's all about training the AI, né? Based on outputting and other stuff. Yes, also get to show you how you retrieve information which is related to whatever the user session. Okay. Here, I know in your main project you have a grid whereby it's containing the conversation part. What is the name of that grid? Name of the grid? What is the name of that grid?
Training AI grid.
Training AI grid. No. So look, you see the grid that I'm creating here. You're not gonna create this grid, nah? What you're gonna do is this. Uh as we get into like maybe interact with this thing, I'll show you how you're gonna implement it on your project. Yeah? I'll just explain to you. So this grid, it is for now. Yeah? It is for now because we have to have it and then put our design in. But here we will not have a list view. The only thing that we will have it's a like a text box where we'll be taking the user's input and then it will return is it getting trained or not? You will see by the results there. It will be telling us that okay, whatever we training the what is it, the AI with, it is successful or not successful. And then also we'll get to do how do we get to return like similarities? You see those things. But right now, I want us to use the same grid name that we have on our main project, whereby it contains the conversation part. You see the conversation part where you see the list view, and then under you see the text box, and then the button to submit the what is it, the question, where it is busy interacting with the user, your AI. I want that grid name.
Yes, sir.
What is the name of that grid? On your POA part 2, you have the grid which is containing the conversation part. It have a list view. It have what again? It have a text box. It have a button. Tangelan.
So I think it's the chat grid.
Chat grid, no? So start
Yeah.
off chats. Is it chat or chats? Okay. And then end of chat grid. Reason why I'm doing this, I know some of you will just want to create another grid. It's gonna give you an error, and I want you to notice that. So you can't have two names which is the same, and don't even try to change it. So I'll tell you how you're gonna implement it, and then it'll work wonderful. No problems that you will have. Okay, the name we said it's what chat_grid. Okay, and then based on the status, visibility, let's say visible. So this is the only grid that will be have. Okay, with this one. The only thing that we need for testing is it getting trained or not. Okay? There are three of them. We need the text box, which is something that I told you already. Text box, you already have it on your part 2 on the conversation part. Ne? So you'll be still using that text box. And then again, you will have a button. Button is what you already have on your part 2, where you're busy submitting the questions. Ne? You will still be using that. And then now, you were using like a list view, ne? To see based on what the result, maybe to see the whole conversation. But right now, because we're testing, we'll just use what we will just use a text block. And then after we have what is it, mastered this, and then we just open a project, which is one of the projects that we have. The project that you failed to change when I give it to you as a combined thing, and then you submit it as it is. That's the one that we're gonna make use of when now we're implementing the whole thing to see will it be answering to the user or not. Unfortunately, this time around there will be no code given. Some of you are behaving like Jonas, you're very stubborn. First thing first, text box to take the user's input. Text, and we'll look for text box. two spaces forward slash, go back to the spaces, press enter 3 times, 2 times, move up twice. And then now we have to put what? We have to put the properties. And then based on the properties, we're gonna have the height, width, name, and then the margin. Yes, we have to move it to somewhere because we have to create a space. So let me just do this so you can see the design proper. Okay. See, for the height, let's make it to be what? To be 50, and then for the width, we'll also make it to be 300. Okay. And then for the margin, okay, we have to move it from center to top. Which zero do we edit there? You can type, you can talk. Which zero we edit there?
Is it the third one, Minier? I beg leverage.
Hey, so you guys are not coding.
No, the cool, your is there. We're dealing with that.
Is it not the second one, Minion?
Second one, we have to move it to the top or here. Okay, if it's the second one, let's say by 100, it's going down. Then with the third one, you said, let's say we move it by 200, it's going to the start. Which one?
China, the last one.
Right, the last one. Come.
Yeah, the last one.
Come on, Ketuma. I should not try, I must do it. You can't say I must try.
I'll be there. Yeah,
You say the last one, eh? Okay. All right. Perfect. So it's the last one. Okay, now we must give it a name. I don't know. Let's use like sentiment to test for this thing. So can say emotions. So let's train it based on emotions. But when we implement it to the original, what is it? So to the whole project, né? I will also show you. So it will be working the same way. There will be nothing that changes. So how it detects the emotions, it will be how it will be detecting what the answers and other stuff. So it will be working the same way. So we'll see it when we implement it to the project. So right now it's all about understanding how does it work, the NLP. Né? Because if we just go to the project, you see how long there is, and then we implement it, you end up being lost. So let's just do the design now, and then after the design, we move to it and then focus on it. We know that we're done with the design. And then the second thing I said we will have is what? Said we have what? Second thing.
Button, Minion.
Button to submit, what to submit. Whatever the user will be entering, like I am worried, what, so they should be able to detect, okay, should be able to get the training from that. So it means right now it is limited to deal with what? Sentiment detections. Change to submit. It's true. However, the more you code, the more you become bad for English, especially the spellings. Yo, it's unless you are a ChatGPT user, you will not suffer. Even with the grammar. Okay. To space forward slash, skip the line and then move up. So the same thing with this one, we have our height. Height, I would say 200. Is it fine? 200 height. I'm asking.
So what will colossal?
I said the height must be 200. Then I set it to 200. Hence, I'm asking, is it fine?
No minion.
Right. Right.
What?
So you said button must be into 50.
Must be 50.
Yes, height 50. Scafeta
Oh,
50.
Scarface. Yeah, you should say it like that. When you say, I said the button must be 50, it means it must always be 50. But if you say it doesn't have to exceed what 50, it means, yeah, you can set it to be
50.
below. And it
Oh,
should never be below also what, 20, né? Make sure it is like
yes.
20 or what, or 80 or 40 or 50. Unless you're designing something that requires you to do such.
Mm.
Okay, with the button, will we have to move it to
I say sharp mailing.
it's fine, eh?
Yes, sir.
Based on the content, we're gonna say, okay, frame, AI, okay. And then this must have an event handler because if we just do it like this, it won't be clickable, right? We have to make sure that it is clickable. Which property do we use here?
We use click.
We use our click property and then we'll create our event handler. Then button underscore click. We don't need this. Let's come up with a name for our event handler. What is it that it will be doing? It's going to do what?
Train underscore
It's going
AI.
to train the AI.
Yes.
See, I know we have geniuses. People are just sleeping with talent. Okay, so now once you put what the name in here, you must also go to the main class to also, hey, this comment is not ours. Okay, so you must also go to the main one. So here we're gonna say what train underscore AI. So we'll put the comments once we come back to this. The comments of starting off and ending. Put them once we return to that. Okay, now the last thing that we need is what? So as you remember, I said the text box you already have it on your design part 2. Ne? The pattern you also do it, you also have it. So you're not going to create a what? You're not going to create a text box, you're also not going to create a pattern. So I'll just show you how you implement such. And then now, since you're using a list view, so here for us to make it return whatever it will be training the AI with, we will just use a text block, né? Just to show the information. But when we combine it with the code that we have based on the answers, you see where the user say what is password and then it returns the answer. We're gonna make sure that it returns the answers also from what? From the NLP. So it means it will be trained before it runs and also it will be training while it is running. So the more the user interact with it, the more it gets the training from the user's input. So right now, text block is block to show the user data. Hey, see Vasta Mun. Hey, this guy, I think he loves animation. Am I wrong?
Height.
Setting the height, man. So based on the height, because we want this to show like content. We can say like one clipper yana. Okay, because we just want it to show like some sort of information. We have to make it bigger. And then based on what? Based on the okay. I think the width of the main frame it's around like 800. Let's just make it 300 so that it will be centered. And then going forward,
The margins.
margin, yeah, because we have to move it. You see, I was lost. I didn't know what to put. Thank you. Teamwork is needed. Okay, now we have to move it from the center where it is to be under the button, which is train AI. So, which zero? Which zero do we edit?
Number 2.
Number 2. Let's try to move it. Okay. At least it's not overlapping. That's fine. Okay, now we must give our text block a name also. Nah? So this will be what will be used as the reference. So we'll refer to it by this name. So we said this one will be showing how the AI is getting trained. So it's more of like show emotions detected. So it's either like positive or negative and tell us based on like how is it finding it based on the training. So we can also make it like ask us, is the guessing that happened correct or not? Then now just say show emotions, like show emotion, show detected answers, show prediction, show emotion detected. Yeah. Then based on the text, which is the content, you can say say okay, waiting for the results. Yeah, waiting for the results. Waiting for the results. Oh, okay, perfect. Let's try to run it and then we'll see what we get from the design. Okay, so this is our design here. Okay, so this is the message that we put there, manually put as well. There's a default message to show the user there. If you want, you can set it to like center. You can use that property of text alignment, and then you say center, so it will be like somewhere here where I'm pointing. So also that one will be perfect, but it will be based on the styling, how you want it. And remember, styling it is also important. Make sure it is user friendly. Some of you are using pink too much, whereby some of the content is not readable. This, if you are a guy, don't use pink. Okay, when we press the button here, the button is not working because we didn't do anything. I think we know this by now. And then let's just close it and see when we go to the main class now. So now this is where now we're going to work with the NLP. So as you can see here, we have so many imports. So some of them, they are not here. So first thing first that you will need to do, please make sure if you know you're making mistakes with the calibrations, make sure you do what you comment in it. So you just put your comments, start off, name, space, and then start off what of class, which is our partial class. Then going to this one, just say start off constructor, and then to this one end of constructor. So this is the event handler, handler to yeah to train the AI. The AI, okay, reads with what emotions. So emotions they fall under what? On our project, on what we're working on based on the AI. It falls under what?
Is it sentiments?
Yeah. So you start train AI. Thoughts. Plus, and then end of speech. Perfect. So it means we don't code outside these two, or we don't code outside this one. We don't get to create methods there unless we create a class. Okay. And then also this one, just to break it down. Okay, as I said, now we will need the import. So the imports you put them on top of the namespace. But if it happens, you see, on top of the what on top of the class, you can put what you can put your imports, man. But as you can see now, they are on top of what the namespace. Just put it there. Or if you just want to put them under what under the namespace or on top of the class, you can. But you cannot put them here. You can't, man. Don't put them inside the class. So you can put them under what the namespace or on top of what the class itself. So make sure of that. Because I think in Java, you were putting them on top of what the class, né? And also they were under what the package name. So here your package name is the name what namespace. You see. So that is why they allow you to put them outside and also they allow you to put it under the package name, which is what the namespace. I'm fine with that.
Yes, sir.
So here we'll be using the ML and also the ML data, né? So it will be Microsoft dot ML and then there will be Microsoft dot ML dot what dot data. So let's see if we do have it. Microsoft, it is popping up. And then which one are we targeting? Will it require us to download it? Which is what? ML. Okay, it's giving us an error. So once you put your import and then it gives you an error like this, you're gonna click on the bulb. Né? When you click on the bulb, it's gonna give you things of like, okay, so you see here, you don't go for this one, configure issue. No, you don't go to fix, you don't go to sort, you don't go to remove unnecessary. You go to install package. So this is a package, as I told you. So what you're gonna do also, you're gonna point on what install package, and then it'll be showing you what the package name, and then you're gonna go to install the letters, ne? Find and install the letters. So let it find for you, ne? Because if you say install with package management, you go there and search up until Jesus come back. So please make sure that you just click on find and install what the letters, ne? So as you can see, pop up what execute suggested action, and then it will be installing for you Microsoft.ms. So it'll pop up as something like accept, then you have to accept if you pop up that thing. So, and also with the pop-up, you can say it can no longer do the pop-up, just accept all the time. I think this is the same thing that we have done when we're busy with the bitmap for the image thing. ASCII, I think it was ASCII for part one. Was it part one? Where you have to put your image and then it have to generate the ASCII stuff, like using characters to draw it. And then number two, so let me just say here, the imports for the NLP. And then also this one, just say using, and then it will be Microsoft again. I said it will be what ML, then it will be what the data. So now it is there. So both of them, they are what solved. So far, anyone with a question based on the import? Mr. Zita,
Benia,
are you fine with the import?
so can you please demonstrate again?
Okay. So I said it will need how many imports? Two imports, ne? For us to work with it. So let me just do this, explain here. To work with, sorry, to work with NLP, we need two inputs, which is Microsoft.ml and Microsoft.ml.data, ne? Data. Microsoft.ml is for the context. What it will be having or containing. While the Microsoft.ml data will be dealing with the data it or what it contains. There's a tree. So okay, now based on the comment that I tried to write here, you must already know that we have to do the import of two things, né? We have to import for the Microsoft.ml, and then we must also import for the Microsoft.ml data. Ne? And while we are about to import, we know that, okay, the Microsoft.ml will be dealing with what? The context, the whole structure of the training, actually. Whatever that happens must be from what? The ML. Ne? So based on the data that it will run with, which is what used for training or be containing at that moment. That's what it will be making use of, while it is also working with what the Microsoft ML dot data. So these two will be working together. So without this, we won't be able to process what the data that it contains from this. So this one will help us to create, to declare, or maybe to create instances of whatever class that we want to make use of from what the ML. So remember, so these will be what a built-in class. Just like we have for the media, how we have for the input, documents, data, and also for text, link, and also the collection. We know this one, it deals with like list or generic collection. So yes, so it will be the same thing with this one. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna do our import. So we'll be saying using what? So as you can see here, it's Microsoft.what.ml. So just type Microsoft. Microsoft is there, but is ML there? So if ML is not there, that means we have to do what? We have to download it. So I explained this before. If you type what ML and then it gives you an error, what is it that you have to do?
You have to install a
You have to
package.
install a package. Where do you click to install the package?
You click the bubble.
Click on the bubble, and then which one do you select here?
We go to install package.
Install package, and then you go to which one now?
And then find and install latest version.
Yeah, so you don't go to this one, which is the second one, which is install with a package management, right? Because you're gonna suffer on this one. You will have to search for it, and you have to get the correct one. So just let it find for you. After clicking, then it'll just do the pop-up here, and then it'll be showing you that it is installing. And there is nothing of like it'll be asking you, do you accept any changes that will be made to your project? You just click yes, ne? For me, so you also have an option of, do you want it to pop up once? You see? So with me, I just made it to pop up once because it's annoying. So you just read there and then you accept, ne? And then it will install it. So now, since it is done installing, it means I can also be able to find what Microsoft.what data. So now the second one that I have to do to import is the other one that we said, okay, it's also needed. So it will be Microsoft.what.ml.what.data. And then now we have two of them. So these are the imports that we'll be making use of. So if we get any errors and other stuff, yes, we'll be reading from whatever pop-up we will get based on the errors, and then we solve it together. Are we fine now?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Langela, are we fine? Okay. Okay, so now since I said based on the contest one, so it'll be based on the read only. It gets to concern whatever it will be having. So whatever it will be there currently at the moment. So now we have to create an instance of that one. So it will be the ml.what.net. So with this one here, so you see with those things, they will have to be under what class, ne? They should not be here. So they should be under what class. So this is where you'll be putting them. So here we're gonna have it like this. So we're just gonna say okay. With this ml.net contest. To work with data that contains, né? So we can just protect it, but it's up to you if you want to put the access modifier or not, né? Based on private or public. And then it's a read only with this one, né? Set it to be read only. So it'll be what ML context. So as you can see, it is changing the color because now it does find what our import, né? And then it's waiting for what, for the object name. So this is more of like an instance, né? An instance. We're an object name. Object name. We can say what ML contest. I don't know. So we don't lose track of it. So this one we just say small letters of it, né? So by the time we train it, it's when now we will finish it. So remember, it has to be ML contest, and then which is the class name, and then the object name, and then it will have to be something like this, as you can see here. You see, it will have to be something like this. But what will happen is this: we will do this once we have gathered the information from our constructor, so that we train it once and then be done with it. Because if we do this right here, how will it get the training if it's global? There we have assigned also. So we assign it once we have the information so that it get the training. Since I have also explained here on the comment. Are you guys having another class?
I don't think so.
Yes, sir.
Which class, no?
Database.
You lie. Is it now?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
man.
it's now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now you can go there. We will continue.
Yeah, man, you'll continue, man.
Now you guys are writing database, I guess.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you're getting limo, we have to pass.
Relax, we'll do this. I'm sending you to database now because you need it. Or you need it. Not worry, even tomorrow we can do it as a class, my friends.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, sir,
Wanga.
can we do it? Maybe. Fuck. Sir, tomorrow. Problem is that I'm gonna be busy and like it's a me situation. I know some people are gonna be free, but like yo,
Early
sir.
in the morning.
Yes, sir.
You get the recording.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah. But you can attend database.
So,
No?
man,
Sir.
you're very was touched.
No, I'm not chasing you. You're not getting it. But you need database. You're writing database very soon, right?
Yes, man, you're on the 23rd.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Go there, attend, and then me and you we can have the session tomorrow morning. I don't have a problem with that.
Tomorrow, what time, sir?
Same time, like 9.
Okay.
Yeah, or if you guys will not be tired, because yes, attending classes can be tiring. If guys will not be tired, we can also do it around 3. I don't know. But we have to agree to one thing. So, and since we told the other ones that yes, tomorrow, so let's just do it tomorrow morning. So I'll just save the project as it is now.
Sir,
Yebo.
so is there a recording for a study session?
Is there what?
A recording for a study session?
Yeah, there is.
For the study, I was not available. That's all.
Oh, there is.
Okay.
Let me try to get you the link, to where it is. I'll send it on the chat. I do get your class. I'm not sure. Yeah, it is there on the chat.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah. Singita, where are you from? Manir. Aye.